It's Week 16 of the National Football League. And up next, we'll see Robert Woods, as he's topped the 1,300-yard mark receiving on the year. It's the Titans and the Texans, and it's coming up next.
By many accounts, one of the most underrated home venues in all of the NFL resides in the heart of Nashville, Tennessee, and that's where we find ourselves at Nissan Stadium. Today, it's a good matchup in the AFC South between the Houston Texans and the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we take a look at this Titan Ball Club entering play. They come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
So many different reasons teams hit the losing skids, but the best way out of it, something has to happen positive early in the game.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Texans, it's been perfection so far. They come in here unbeaten at 14-0.
And just 2 wins away from doing something only 2 teams have ever done. But the most important thing for them now is to make it to the postseason in one piece.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This taken in at the goal line. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call it down at the 44. As the Texans offense runs out, we get a peek at the man under center. Second-year quarterback Davis Mills out of Stanford.
You know what I did in pregame? I made sure I touched him as he went by. I want a little bit of what he's got.
The golden arm from last week.
Oh, how much fun was that to watch that game tape, all right? The number of touchdowns, what was that, 5 last week?
Yeah.
But 0 interceptions. So you think he's due to throw a pick, but I'm betting that he continues to streak in the game.
First play, Mills looking to pass. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Throwing again on second down. Mills. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. And just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Oh, he fakes a spike. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt, and it'll be Titan football. Here come the Titans for their first possession on offense, and leading them out in his 4th season with the team, 10th overall in the NFL, Ryan Tannehill.
And it'll be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterbacks shake off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction.
He'll be trying to forget those 3 picks, as you noted. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Henry again on down. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And they will score. Pick 6 for the Texans TV. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Titans coming back onto the field for the second drive. And partner, I'm going to make a quick pivot here and ask you to play general manager. It's well documented they're last in the league in offense, number 32. What changes might they make?
And this where you have to be almost like a chess master as a general manager, because you have a few things at your disposal that you need to use. Obviously the draft, free agency, maybe you can make some trade, but also look at your practice squad. Have you been grooming players to promote and give them an opportunity to play as well? That way you start to supplement as well as replace guys that need it.
And he'll get a couple up to the 29. Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Once the family's all gone back home and Grandma's potted out of the house, grab the leftovers and sit back and watch the Chargers and the Colts from Indianapolis. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Here's Smith to return it. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Mills throw taken in by Collins. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. 1st down, Mills. Another one caught by Collins. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. A 1st down throw for Mills. And this one's incomplete. And Charles, if you think about this offense, it's kind of a tricky time of the season because you're 14-0, looking to see this one out to the end, but you start to run into situations where guys are getting a little banged up. Maybe could use some time on the bench just to rest. How do you approach the rest of this regular season?
I'm telling you, you don't ask the easy stuff, do you? I mean, you created a heck of a situation there, and actually you didn't create it. You presented it, and you're exactly right. It is tricky because your eye has to be on the ultimate prize, which is a Super Bowl. That's paramount. But at the same time, how much fun would it be to go down as one of the all-time great teams and join the 1972 Dolphins as the only undefeated team to win a Super Bowl?
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before game. A minute left, more than enough.
And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it, and his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They're going to hurry back to the line now to try again after the sack. Mills. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Davis Mills, a 23-yard run. And the Texans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, They decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them in plus territory. Excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Titans going to go back on offense here late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And finding the tight end Hooper. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The final shot here before the break, Tannehill. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So we are at halftime here. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the third quarter. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
He takes this for 3 to the 29. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Tannehill now to throw. That's complete to Traylon Burks. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A first down carry for Henry. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Tannehill. And that will be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he'll kick it away for the second time. That's returnable now for Smith.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
Hey, baby, this ain't good enough.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
On 2nd and 9, Tannehill. This will go to Henry out wide. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off. Back now in Nashville. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So they convert on 4th, 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10. This one hauled in. Again, it's Hooper. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Here we go on 4th, Tannehill. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this Texans defense stands tall. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Mills throw taken in there by Cooks. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. That one looks like he'll throw here. There again is Cooks, complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Mills on 1st down. Cooks on the quick slant. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. On 1st and 10, Mills. This will be caught at about the 6. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. They'll run here with Pierce. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. So Houston going to come away here with the victory, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys are nails out there.
So for the Texans, they are now 2 wins away from a perfect regular season as they move to 15-0. And they'll return home next week to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, it's another loss as they now fall to 4-11. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys.